Hey everyone, welcome to this episode of my virtual mailbag where I will be answering your questions. My name is Maria Cappa and I am a NASM certified personal trainer as well as a Star Diamond coach with Team Beachbody. And I am here to answer any questions that you may have regarding fitness or nutrition or getting or staying motivated, or any questions that you might have. Feel free to forward them to me and I will answer them in an upcoming video. Let's get started. Getting exercise when you're pregnant is so important, and I speak from experience when I say that because I've had two pregnancies, two very different pregnancies. I had one pregnancy where I took very good care of myself and I stayed extremely fit, and I was literally doing lunges and squats and jumping jacks until a week and a half after my due date when they finally induced me. And then one where I really kind of let myself go. And ironically enough, with my first pregnancy, the one where I stayed really fit, my son was almost 10 pounds at birth, and I had an amazing pregnancy. I felt wonderful. I was active. I was moving. I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. And yet, for my second pregnancy, where I probably got a little lazy because I thought, oh, it was so easy the first time around, this is no sweat. My daughter, who was all of about 6.5 pounds when she was born, I had such a miserable pregnancy. So for anybody who is already pregnant or thinking of becoming pregnant, it's so important to keep fitness while you are going through your pregnancy. Now, on that note, what kind of workouts are appropriate for you when you are pregnant? The guide that your OB will tell you is that you shouldn't be starting anything new. So if you were already working out prior to becoming pregnant, it is totally fine for you to continue what you were doing throughout your pregnancy. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind is pregnant women have issues where their blood pressure can elevate or decrease really rapidly. Definitely exercises like insanity, where you're going to be up and then down and then up and then down, no good. You are going to get so lightheaded you're going to pass out. The other thing you want to be really careful about is you don't want to be lifting weights over your head. Resistance training is still very important during pregnancy, but you don't ever want to be lifting weights above your head, above your face, in a laying down position. So start using bands, an excellent way to continue your resistance regimen while you're pregnant. And then a couple of other guidelines that the doctors give you is that you really shouldn't be laying on your back for any extended amount of time, and things like that. But, if you were working on a program like Brazil Butt Lift or Turbo Gym, even Turbo Fire, you can do and start modifying as your body tells you. I mean, you are definitely going to know when you're pushing yourself a little too hard, but, things like walking are wonderful to be doing. So definitely stay active. You will be much happier for it. Not only does it make your pregnancy easier, but it also makes your recovery easier. And I had C-sections, and I can tell you that I bounced right back. I was up, as soon as they would let me, I was up. So very important. Definitely take care of yourself during pregnancy. Which one do you do first, the cardio or the resistance? I had answered this in a little more detail in an earlier mailbag, so I'm just going to kind of keep it brief, but I'll give you this guideline. If you're doing both together, so if you're doing cardio and resistance back to back in one workout, start with your resistance followed by your cardio. If you're going to break them up and you're going to do a workout in the morning and a workout in the evening, do your cardio in the morning and your resistance at night. So everybody's question, how do you get rid of the belly fat? I know you've probably heard the saying thrown around that abs are made in the kitchen, and it really is true. I can't stress it enough. About 80% of the results that you're going to see are going to come from what you're putting into your body. So you really want to keep your nutrition as clean as possible. Obviously, you do want to be concerned about the amount of calories that you're taking in. If you're looking to lose weight, you definitely need to be running at a deficit every day, and that deficit should be 3,500 calories per pound. So if you want to lose 1 pound a week, you want to make sure that you are running at about a 500 calorie a day deficit. And then the food, you really want to get everything processed out of your diet. You want no salt, no sugar, no refined flours, you know, even if you really want to get super lean, you know, the things that you're going to cut out are going to be the breads and the pastas and even dairy. So it's got to be clean. There's just no way around it. If you're buying food in a box, you're not going to get there. You need to be eating clean. You need to be eating as few ingredients as possible. I like to give people a guideline that to keep each meal at 5 ingredients or less, and of those 5 ingredients, you want 4 of them to be whole foods. So if you were going to make a sandwich, let's say, with lettuce and tomato and some turkey breast that you actually cooked yourself, I would really avoid the deli counter at all costs. And then you want a condiment, and you need your bread. Your bread is going to be your food that is not a whole food, has more than 1 ingredient in it. So that's going to count out the mayo. So you're definitely going to want to stay away from that. So you're going to want to find an alternative for a condiment. I had made a post on my Hardcore Mama page on Facebook yesterday about maybe trying something like hummus, where you're really just mashing up some chickpeas with maybe some you know, flavorings like garlic or something like that to make a delicious spread instead of mayo. So that's definitely a guideline to keep in mind. Stay away from that boxed food. It's no good for you. Keep it clean, keep it whole foods, and the last thing about belly fat is that you really have to be patient. This stuff is not going to burn off overnight. But if you stick with it, you're definitely going to see it. So that was another episode of my virtual mailbag. I really enjoy doing this for you guys, so please keep those questions coming. You can always send them to me at www.hardcoremama.com. There's a contact me button, or you can email me hardcoremama@verizon.net. See you soon.